This is Forge Daily with Mackenzie Barwell on the Forge Audio Network.
Forge fans, episode 2 of Forge Daily. Welcome back. Today is May 10th, 2023. I am your host, Mackenzie Barwell, here to give you all things Forge. A few things to get into today concerning the Canadian Championships. What a matchup yesterday against Atletico Ottawa. For those of you who missed it, do not worry. We will go over all of the big plays that went down and some of the top performers that you need to be aware of. I had an opportunity to chat with Captain Kyle Bekker, goalkeeper Tristan Henry, and the player with last night's winning penalty kick, Aboubacar Sissoko. So not only that, but we'll also dive a little deeper into what this competition means for Forge and just how they were able to clinch their first win off a penalty shootout. All that and more, stay tuned. Forge FC have advanced to the next round of the Canadian Championship after defeating Atletico Ottawa in a tightly contested affair here at Tim Hortons Field yesterday. An interesting rivalry, as some of you might recall. Ottawa winning that regular season last year, but Forge ultimately claiming the CPL title in the last time the two teams met. That was October of 2022, where Forge came out on top in a 2-0 victory. Last night was a pretty uneventful first half. It wasn't until Forge took the lead in the 76th minute. Alexander Ashinyote-Janssen making a beautiful pass over the top to Kyle Bekker, who secured his first goal of the season. It was honestly unbelievable. Top right corner of the net, crazy angle. If you haven't already seen it, I highly suggest you have a look at the replay. 87th minute, Ottawa's Ollie Bissett would tie the match up off a penalty kick because a handball was called on Manchester James. So just like that, final whistle was blown and the two clubs proceeded to an interesting and thrilling penalty shootout where Forge came out on top in a 3-2 victory. Now, everybody knows this is not the most favorable way to close out a game. Going into this matchup, Forge losing all 3 penalty shootouts that they had been in previously. But clearly, that did not have an effect yesterday. Every single player on that team knew their responsibility and stepped up with pure focus. Tristan Henry came out with 2 saves in the penalty shootout, helping the club advance to the semi-final. I mentioned in the last episode that Forge fans like to make sure that their appreciation for this goalkeeper is known. Last night I was sitting in the stands and was able to catch the response to Henry's second stop. Here's what that sounded like. Definitely loud and proud, to say the least. I played that audio for Tristan and asked him what it means to have that sort of passion coming from the fans.
Yeah, it means a lot. They've been with us since day one and through all of our good times and our bad times. And to finally get that, break the ice of winning our first penalty shootout, it was nice to do that in front of our fans. And, of course, to hear them saying my name felt even better. I think in the last couple shootouts, you kind of celebrate and you go through the highs and lows of the PK shootout. So this one I just tried to stay calm no matter what happened.
I also spoke to Kyle Bekker and Aboubacar Sissoko on Forge's next Canadian Championship matchup. Obviously going into that semi-final round against CF Montreal, I asked them what kind of mindset that they have going into playing an MLS team that they have fallen short to in the past.
Yeah, I think obviously last night was a big win. Those are the games that we definitely are excited to play, and we know what was on the line. Obviously, it's a big opportunity to go play Montreal. We've had some experience with them in the past, and unfortunately hasn't gone our way. So it's exciting to get another kick at the can, go there and play in a big game. We know what's on the line. It's a semi-final, a chance to play in another final, but it's a big opponent, and I think it's going to be a big test.
Honestly, I'm very happy to score the last game. But as a player, we stay focused and then we're used to play under pressure. We know Montreal is a good team. We're just going to prepare the game and to win.
I saw an interesting clip on the Forge and CPL Instagram. Some of you may have seen it, but we heard from Coach Bobby Smirniotis in the change room. He kind of spoke on how yesterday's win was not about 3 points, but advancing. So here's what Bobby had to say on the importance of this tournament and the kinds of opportunities that it can bring to Forge as a club.
Canadian Championship is an important cup competition for us. Obviously, it gives you direct play into Champions League if you're able to lift that trophy. It's something we've been close to last year, competing in a final that we lost in a shootout, being in semi-finals before again. So it's a tournament that there's a trophy up for grabs. It's a trophy that we don't have in our trophy case as of yet, and we'd like to see one in the future.
No CPL team coming closer to lifting that Voyageurs Cup than Forge, and now they are one step closer. Don't think I forgot though, Forge taking on Valor FC this Saturday in a regular season CPL game. So tune in tomorrow as I take an inside look at training and that matchup in more detail. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you soon.
This has been Forge Daily with Mackenzie Barwell. If you like what you heard, please like, follow, subscribe, comment, and share.